who does all of that stupid shit if not wanting to be on the show?
Yeah.
Like, who says cheese board, hug, and what? Whisper in your ear?
Yeah.
Like, you're being stupid.
Someone finally told Harry that Bree was getting bored. Wihan can't get cheese balls made from his private kitchen, and then he f***s up a guest beach lunch.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Lane.
Welcome to belowdeckperts. You put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllables twice.
I noticed it at first.
Or like the wrong pauses.
Yeah.
His cheese balls.
Balls. I noticed the first one. I'm like, I'm just going to keep doing it.
So, I didn't say this. Welcome to Below Deckperts, a sibling duo YouTube show where we recap current Below Deck seasons. Today we're recapping Below Deck Down Under, Season 3, Episode 7, Declaration of Love.
Yeah, I mean, good title, but I didn't want to see that.
Oh my god.
I didn't want to watch all that.
I am going to be salty this episode. Okay, so the main points I have are I'm over Wihan. I'm over the Wihan show. I have a theory that we'll get to. Basically, everybody's loving Elisa. How do you say it? Oh, I don't want to get it wrong.
Alicia?
I think it's Alicia. You're right.
Yeah.
Alicia. And then Harry and Bree are back on the right track as far as we know.
Hell yeah, brother.
Who told him? I forget.
Lara.
Got it. Okay, yes. Thank God. Because this is what needed to happen the whole time.
Yeah.
I was like, nobody's saying anything to poor Harry.
Yeah. He's just having a good time. Just living his life, doing his job. Yeah, and then Lara's finally like, yeah, she kind of forgot you guys are dating. And he's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And he texted her, and she was right back into it.
Oh, I love it.
That's all you got to do sometimes.
I know.
I would know.
Yeah.
I've been dating.
I've been on dates.
I know women. Some of them.
My mom and my sister.
My mom and my sister.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So my question for you leads into my theory. Do you think Wihan is purposely trying to get the most screen time?
I would believe either way. I could see him doing it. I could see him just being extremely dramatic as a person.
Okay, I felt the same way up until this episode.
Okay.
Because just a couple of things happened where I'm like, can you just chill?
Yeah.
Like, can you just for one day just do your job?
Yeah.
And like, but he can't. And like, I'm getting more of a sense, and I think Lara and Zarina are, with the way this show or this episode ended, like over him doing everything but his job.
Yeah, he's literally like working so hard to like go after a dare, do this, make sure Harry approves of what he's doing, doing all this stuff, but he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Right. And then he's being kind of a little brat about it when he gets called out about it.
Yeah.
There's a couple episodes where I'm like, oh no, like, or episodes, moments where I was like, don't like that.
Yeah.
You got a question for me?
I do. I think I'll go with this one. I wrote two. I would like to know your one-word reaction to this quote.
Okay.
Maybe I should make a cheese platter for a dare and then give her a hug and then whisper in her ear, will you go on a date with me?
Okay, hold on. I got to think of the best word.
That's a lot of words.
No, I haven't given my final answer yet. I got a couple that I'm going back and forth. I'm going to go with like try hard or like cringe.
I was going to go with...
That's only feeding into my theory of like, who does all of that stupid shit if not wanting to be on the show?
Yeah.
Like, who says cheese board, hug, and what? Whisper in your ear?
Yeah.
Like, you're being stupid.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah. For one, asking the question is very like, oh my God, let's, put that in the show. And doing it is even worse.
And don't get me started on the cheese board. When we get to the cheese board, I would have given him...
I am not on his side.
Oh my God. Yeah, we'll get to that. Okay, we start with Johnny apologizing to Alicia. Thank God. I think she's fine. I think they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
He was shot by Aphrodite's arrow.
Yep.
Not Cupid's. I almost put Cupid's, but I'm like, no, he didn't say that. And Cupid isn't a Greek god.
No.
Wait, what is weird. Cupid?
Dutch? I have no idea.
Sorry, guys. I'm drinking Starburst sparkling water with ice out of a glass because I'm extra. It's really loud. Where does Cupid come from? Live. Oh, wait, no, Cupid does come from Greek mythology. So why didn't he say Cupid?
Yeah.
Okay, here's Cupid. Cupid, the Roman god of love and desire, originates from Greek mythology as Eros, the god of love and passion, with his mother being the goddess of love and beauty, Venus, Aphrodite in Greek mythology. Greek mythology is so confusing.
I know, there is like a literal whole class on it.
It is, yeah. I remember. Yeah. Did you take it in college, or it's not a high school class?
I think I could have taken it in college, but I picked something else.
So I'm confused. Cupid, the Roman god of love and desire, originates from Greek mythology as Eros. Okay, so Eros and Cupid are the same.
Okay.
Okay, nope. So Cupid is Roman. Now I'm getting it. They put it in a weird order. Cupid is the Roman god of love and desire. Originates from Eros, the Greek god of love and passion. Eros's mother is Venus, goddess of love and beauty, Aphrodite in Greek. So Venus and Cupid, Roman, Eros, Aphrodite, Greek. That makes sense, because he did say Eros and Aphrodite.
He did, yeah.
Wow.
Oof.
Literally, that's like us being like, ooh, I'm changing their names in America, but it's the same.
Yeah.
Why can't they just have the same names?
I mean, that's what we did. We called him Cupid.
No, the Romans did.
Oh, I thought it was... Okay. Yeah, you lost me there. I'm not going to lie.
Sorry. I lost myself for a little bit, but I think everybody else will understand.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, Greek mythology and Roman mythology. Crazy stuff.
Interesting.
So they're getting a replacement jet ski. They don't really say much more about that.
Yeah, they were definitely just filling time showing us that.
Yeah. So here's the number one, first reason or first time Wihan pisses me off this episode. Mm-hmm. He says, she kissed me to Lara about Zarina. Stop it. When people say, they kissed me. Okay, unless I saw you completely recoil and put your hand out, no.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing, right? If someone kisses you and you're like, whoa, no.
Yeah, life isn't like a rom-com where you stand there like this for 30 seconds while the girl walks in the bar and sees you. Like, that doesn't happen. If you don't want to kiss someone, you're going to turn away from them.
I can't. So that was his first, like, come on, dude. Like, no. I don't subscribe to that. Then that's basically it. I mean, they just kind of chat about it. Zarina doesn't even bring it up.
Nah.
Which is, like, good. Because I'm on Zarina's side. Like, she does not need to be involved with this man. I do not know this man.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but she don't need no man.
100%. Word,
homie.
Do you know that, I think I've said this to you before, that Keke Palmer interview where they show her a picture of Joe Biden and she's like, I'm sorry to this man, I do not know this man.
No.
It's so good. It's like iconic. I'll show you later.
Okay.
So then we get a little bit of backstory about Alicia. She has a twin sister.
Yeah.
That's That's all I have written down. Thought maybe you'd have more.
She kind of went into like a little, like really deep, but without context. Like, we split off from each other, and then I had to basically find out how to be alone, which that makes a lot more sense now because I missed the part where she said she was a twin. I'm like, why? There's no context to this. Now there is. I put it together right in front of everybody.
Yeah, and I don't think it's very dramatic because I think all twins reach a point like that where they're like, we have to go live separate lives. Like, we're not gonna like live in a house with our two husbands. Like, imagine like having a twin. I mean, obviously you can't really imagine it unless you have one, but your whole life basically up until college, or you can even go to college together. But at some point, you're going to be like, okay, we have to live our own lives.
Yeah, except for Zach and Cody. They still live in that hotel with their mom.
Isn't it? Aren't they on a boat now?
Shit, they're on a boat.
They've been on a boat for like 15 years or something.
They need gas in that boat.
No, that's not true because Cody was on Riverdale.
Oh, yeah. Did you watch that?
I did. For like the first few seasons, and then it got to be stupid.
See, I gave it a good, honest college try, and I could not do it.
Yeah. I think it was one of those things that came out in like 2016 probably was the first season, and it's one of those shows. I know 2016 is not that long ago. It's 9 years ago. But at the time, it's like you had to be there at the time. Because if, like, you tried to rewatch Gossip Girl, for example, because I tried that, and I'm like, ugh, I can't do this. But at the time, it was like, oh, my God, good. You know what I mean? Maybe Riverdale's like that. But it does progressively get dumber and dumber.
I don't know how. It was already pretty dumb.
Yes.
Like, I'm not shitting on the show, but it's like people in their late 20s pretending they're in high school.
I know.
Like,
you have to kind of buy into it.
Yeah.
Like any
I
show.
didn't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. You have to be like, I get down with this.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's not realistic.
True.
So, then I wrote soup and toasties because I thought that that's a really fun thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
Why
toasty machine?
Why don't we call them toasties? Grilled cheese is so much worse than toasties.
Yeah, toasties is pretty cool.
That's such a good word. Oh my God, speaking of. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't text you this last night. Brad was put on Jonathan Bird's Blue World. Did you know it's not Jonathan's Big Blue World?
Yeah.
My life has been a lie because I'm like, okay, first of all, what a missed opportunity.
Right. That's why we call it.
Jonathan Bird's Blue World. That does not roll off the tongue.
Not at all.
Jonathan's Big Blue World.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
What a, oh my God.
Yeah.
It ruined my night.
I know. That's why I was trying to shelter you from it. Me and Braden sat there because we watched probably half of the episodes before we realized that. And we're like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
It should be Jonathan's Big Blue World. So we just called it that.
I know. That's what Brad said. I'm like, does Lane know? And he's like, yeah, he just calls it Jonathan's Big Blue World. I'm like, oh my God. What a missed opportunity. No. Yeah.
I was trying to shield you from it.
Well, now I know, and my life's a lie.
Truth's out. Cat's out of the bag.
So I said, oh no, Wihan finally tells Adair, and she reacts in this moment exactly how I thought she would. Mm-hmm. I need a man who's got a lifted truck. And I was like, exactly, Adair. That's what we thought.
Yeah, go get your Tyler.
Yep, Tyler, or what's another good one? Cody.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh wait, I'm gonna keep going. Tyler's like the ultimate one, though.
Yeah. But
Dustin.
Dustin's
a good one.
Tyler's more like Monster Energy drink, Cookie Monster hat. But like Dustin and Cody drives a lifted truck.
Cody for sure does.
Yeah.
And Dustin. I'm trying to think of other ones. Blake. That could go either way, I guess.
Yeah.
Blake could also be like a rich white guy.
True.
Blake
Soderham.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just made it up.
Anyways, that's what we thought. We're like, yep, Adair needs that guy she can go four-wheeling with. Wihan is not that. What does she say? He drives like a bug.
Mini Cooper.
Oh, I was going to say a VW bug. That would have been better.
Same thing.
Even better, though. He probably actually does drive a Mini Cooper.
Yeah, I believe
Looks like something he would drive.
I think she was not lying.
She wants a Southern boy. So at this point, I'm like, great. Yes, Adair, let's go. Doesn't stay that way.
No.
We'll get there. All right, on to the next charter. It's another girls' trip, which I'm loving, by the way. Keep the men off my screen.
Yeah.
I just want to see the women. And these women having fun. They're like a group of... I've said this before. I want that when I'm 50. Mm-hmm. I want to get drunk with my friends on a yacht and we're all making really good money.
Yeah.
But let's be real. Chelsea's going to have to marry a rich guy.
She probably will.
I need her to.
Yeah.
I need those vacations.
Yeah.
I didn't marry a rich guy.
No.
So it's off me. I can't be me.
Oh, I see. Like for the rich husband to pay for everybody.
Yes, exactly.
I get you. I was like, what does that have to do with anything?
I'm out of the picture. I can't pay for anything.
I get you.
We've talked about this. We found out how much it is. That's not realistic. Probably never going to be realistic for me. Kara, she's a little bit more rich. Still not super yacht rich.
Yeah, she's not.
No, they're better off, but
yeah,
maybe one day.
They like always have candy at their house though.
He doesn't work for a candy company anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, but they still always have
They
candy.
do. But maybe by the end of his career, he might be. It's a possibility.
You guys do that and me and Kyler can hang out? Win-win.
No, Kyler's going to want to go if he's paying.
Well, then I'm going too.
That's fine.
Kyler's going.
We're fighting over this hypothetical situation. Okay, so they are going to go to an island called Ladigue.
Yeah.
It looks like the coolest place ever.
I want to live there.
Why have we not heard of this before?
What the hell?
Why doesn't everybody go there when they're on this yacht?
Yeah.
That's what I always wonder when they do like this really cool stuff. Because if I was on this season and I didn't go to that place and I knew it was an option after the fact,
I'd be pissed.
Right?
Yeah.
But maybe they do give them the options.
They probably do.
Because who knows? I would like to know. Anyway, they're going to go there. I think that's basically all they do.
That island. I would love to just live there and like live on that island and just like work at a Kroger or something.
They probably don't have Kroger's.
They might.
Local shop.
Yeah.
And have no internet.
Yeah. No internet.
Could you imagine?
Change my name.
Oh my God.
I mean, obviously you guys know where I am, but like.
No, I'll still have access to a telephone.
Yeah.
No internet though.
No.
But phone so I can call people when I want to. But I don't want to know anything.
Or give me like a BlackBerry.
No.
Just so I can get on Amazon and order books.
Amazon's not going to deliver to you there.
Shit balls.
You're going to have to just write your own and read them.
Fine. It's going to take a while. And I'll know the ending.
You haven't watched New Girl, have you?
No.
Oh my God, you need to watch it so bad because Nick writes his own novel. I'm not even going to say it because I want you to watch it.
Okay.
But it's hilarious. Anyways, oh no, Wihan, not the love letter is my next note.
Ugh.
He's writing something that is the opposite of what Adair is looking for, so I thought.
Yeah.
Did you have the same thought? You're like, this is not going to go well?
I didn't really want it to go well.
No, same, but I was
Yeah.
like, because of what she had already said, she's like, oh no, I'm not into guys like that. And then I was like, she's going to see him with this cheesy love letter and be like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, she even says it. Like, she took all the jokes we were going to say. She's like, I need a guy that'll grab me a beer.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, good. Why? I don't know why you're on a yacht. Like, just, there's a bunch of them, like, back where you live.
I think the funniest part was like, yeah, I was like, Adair and Marina, bring me a damn beer. And Marina's like, baby girl, I was joking.
Yeah.
I laughed at that 'cause she's like, I didn't actually mean that. Don't do that. Speaking of Marina, she's in housekeeping again and she's irritated.
Yeah.
Which is like, I think valid. I don't know. What was Lara's reasoning? I wasn't paying too close of attention. What was her reasoning for keeping them the same?
I think it was just kind of like they're both doing well where they are, so
Yeah.
why change it?
I mean,
but she also doesn't seem that like irritated by it.
I know. Part of me was like, are they adding in clips of her, like
Yeah.
audio clips? Because it was as she was walking down the stairs. And I was like, there was another part here where I think they added in audio that like didn't match. And I'll say it when we get there.
Yeah, outside of Wihan, outside of him, no one's really dramatic. Like, it kind of seems like they're, like, pushing them to be like, yeah, that person, and then, like, you can tell they cut it, and then they laugh, and they're like, that was stupid.
Right.
You know, like...
Same thing with, like, Bree and Harry. Like, was Bree really that irritated that, like, he hadn't tried to hook up with her?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't...
Editing is a powerful thing.
Yeah. So, yep, my next note is, I swear I've never seen Wihan doing his actual job.
I know.
Like, there was a part in the episode where I'm like, no, like, I've literally never seen him doing his job.
I know. Like, you never see him, like, cleaning something or, like, spraying something. It's always somebody else.
Or he's always talking about Adair, what he's going to do, the note, talking to Harry, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh my God, he's just getting more and more annoying.
Yeah.
I did not think it was going to go this route. We were hopeful for him.
Yeah, because he was nice.
It seemed like it.
Yeah.
I said these ladies are going to try to get into Captain Jason's knickers.
Did you see that one part where they're leaving to go to the island? And she's like, oh, it's a pity you can't come.
And she meant it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I saw that interaction and I was like, she's giving him eyes where, like, she will come to the captain's quarters if he asks.
Yeah, and he was kind of like looking this way, and he's like, when he, like, saw how serious she was.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, okay, first of all, we don't know if he's in a relationship, I guess.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you be tempted if there's, like, some hot... Because he's, like, probably their age, right? And maybe I was going to say a tad younger, but I don't think so. I think he's probably right around their age.
Yeah, if I remember right, we found out his age, and we were like, there's no way. Like, he looks very young for his age.
Okay, let me look. How old is Captain Jason on Below Deck? 52. That's probably what I would have guessed.
I would have guessed 40.
No. You got to remember Brad is going to be 39.
Holy shitballs.
Right? It's very... as you get older, you realize perspective changes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and age just doesn't work in my brain. Like,
because Logan's still 7.
Logan's still 7. That I don't know when that's gonna change. In my head, he's still 7.
He's 15.
He's 15.
Listeners.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm getting better with what I do. Actually, I see, like, the wide range of what people can look like at different ages. And our parents actually probably contribute to us because they are 60 and they don't look 60 to me.
No.
Because I had a lady today who was 51 and she looked I thought she would have been like 65. Like, she looked really old. She had like all gray hair, which, again, whatever. I'm not like, some people people age differently. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, our parents have always looked young for their age. So maybe that impacts the way we see people. But I would have guessed 52 for Captain Jason. Even though he looks really good, that's probably where I would have put him. Somebody goes, he's 39. Never discount
That's what I said.
Never discount what the sun does to people. That's true too. What do I have next? Zarina is really liking Alicia?
I think it's Alicia.
Now I'm second guessing myself every time I say it.
We're going to go with that for this episode.
Yeah.
If we're wrong, we'll change it next time.
I think it's Alicia. I don't know who says this, but somebody goes, "Girls Gone Wild for 50-year-olds." Yeah. Was it Lara, I think?
Yeah, I think it was.
That's what I want to be referred to as at 50 years old.
Me too.
Yeah. Me too. So, I think I'm hilarious. I said, Brianna is saying that Harry is fizzling and he thinks he's soaring. I knew that would happen, though. I was like, the second they get on the same page, they're going to be fine. Yeah. They just aren't having a conversation. Yeah. She's so cute, too. Yeah. He's so cute, too. Yeah. Somebody commented how cute he is.
I know. I love that comment, actually.
I didn't respond to it.
But I love the part where when Laura's, like, telling him, like, hey, you really need to, do something. Otherwise, she's going to think you're not interested. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'm sitting on your bench. She's like, because it's you, it's fine. If it was anyone else, Like, you can just tell everybody loves Harry.
Yes. I'm just looking at comments I haven't seen. Somebody commented on an older video, like, I may go watch some older Below Decks to rewatch your episodes. Love that. Love that
Isn't
for
that
us.
crazy?
I know. That's so great.
What's crazy, too, is we used to sit there and be like, come on, guys, someone comment on our video.
That only was, like, for the first few, though.
Yeah.
It was really good. Like,
Yeah.
we,
it's been really cool that we're like, hey, we want to talk about Below Deck and have a community, and then we got that pretty early on.
Yeah, awesome. We still have to set up some stuff on our channel because now we're like part of the creator fund, but
Yeah.
we'll see. There
Mr. Beast, we're coming.
Yeah, look out. So what's next? I have dinner. Oh wait, no. First I have Lara's getting annoyed at Wihan because it seems like the deck team is never doing anything. And what I grasp is like Wihan gets very defensive.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah, like he doesn't, in any conversation they have this episode, he gets so like, you don't know what you're talking about. If you need our help, that means you're not doing your job. And like, that's not what that means at all. Like,
yeah,
literally Adair is supposed to be split between the two.
Yeah.
He views Adair as his.
Yep.
His employee. And like, Lara keeps being like, no, like, and then also it's just normal for when the guests are now, like dinner, for example, deck team, besides cleaning, has nothing to do. Yeah. There's no water toilet, like you. So it's normal that they bring plates up and they do entertainment and things like that.
Yeah, because they don't have to go to bed yet.
Right.
They're still working. Might as well actually do some work.
They do dishes, things like that. But he's acting like that's such a crazy thing to ask.
Yeah, and he says something that like I kind of understand, at least where he's coming from. I don't remember if it was this episode or the last episode, but he says, I don't like to let my deck team go inside because then there's no line there for who's working for who. He says it in a really weird way, and like I kind of understand where you don't want your employees, not working where you want them to work all the time, but still, if you just communicate, nothing would ever be a problem.
No, I know, yeah. And that's what it boils down to is like communication. But that would just be like, think about like for your job, you have a supervisor, but if your supervisor tells you to go do something in another department, you wouldn't be like not listening to your supervisor anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have to think of it in that way where it's like, no, there's not going to be any lines blurred. It's just, I think it's just an excuse.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to do any work, but he also doesn't want anybody else on his team to do any work. He never wants Harry to work because he just wants to talk to him.
Yeah, he wants to sit with his feet up and twirl his hair and talk to Harry about Adair.
Literally. And then he wants Adair to not work because he loves her. God, poor Johnny's just out there doing his best.
Might as well not work, just so it's fair.
Okay, so now it's dinner and they're doing Seychelles night, which I'm like, I think I would choose to do that because it's like local cuisine.
Yeah.
What you got?
So they had salt-baked red snapper with mango salad.
Ooh.
You know what salt-baked is?
No.
It's like...
Where you bake something in salt?
Yes. But I wrote this down about it. I never really knew the point of salt baking a fish. The point is to essentially create an oven inside of an oven and ensures that the food inside of the salt cooks evenly throughout and is not easily overcooked like fish tends to be. It also keeps all of the juices inside of the fish while it is, a little weird grammar here, while it is cooking, so it keeps all its flavor.
That's not weird.
It felt weird, but I guess it wasn't.
What'd you say at the beginning? Cheese.
Balls.
But what happened to the soup? I wrote the soup.
Oh, that was the crew dinner.
Oh, it was. That's true. I got confused because my next note was, I was like, oh no, what happened to the soup? Because when they first ate it, I was like, what is happening? Like, is it actually poisoning them?
I know, because you don't really see a reaction out like that out of non-dramatic people.
Right.
You know, like Johnny. Right. He was like, oh my God. He's like, I feel it throughout my entire body.
I was like, did she poison them?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was just really spicy. And I'm imagining it was super spicy. And she's just one of those people that has a super high tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
I know those people.
Yep.
My friend Christine, I probably told you this. So at Samkit, there's spicy 1 through 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Thai spicy 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
She can do the Thai 3.
Yeah.
That would actually ruin me.
Yeah.
That would be like the hottest wing on Hot Ones, or worse.
Yeah, and that's your meal.
I know.
Yeah.
She's just enjoying it. She's not even sweating.
I know. I remember we did the chicken wings for belowdeckperts, and that was okay and until towards the end when everything is starting to add up.
Yeah.
It got really hot.
I forgot about that. That was right before you went to rehab.
Yeah. I think maybe like a month before.
Yeah, maybe. We should do something fun like that again. We got to think.
No.
All right. Was that it for the food?
I believe... Oh, they had local chicken curry with pineapple as well.
Ooh, I'm interested in that.
Mm-hmm. See, I'd love it, but don't give me chicken on a yacht.
Oh, yeah, that's your thing.
Yeah.
That's true. But, did you just hear something? Or did I just hear that in my ears?
Like what?
I thought I heard something fall. Don't care. But it goes along with, I think, the local cuisine.
Yeah.
So I think that's where you get the pass on it.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, somebody in the past did, like, a chicken breast. You're like, no, that's not okay.
Yeah. But it's also like, I know what local chicken tastes like. You know?
You know what local chicken tastes like?
Yeah.
What's the difference between local chicken and chicken?
Tastes better.
Okay, also, they show the guests having a conversation before dinner, and one of them says, I want to learn Australian.
Yeah.
I think she was serious.
I think she was too, yeah.
I like rewatched it and I was like, were they joking or was she serious? I think she was serious. She's like, I couldn't find it on Duolingo.
Did she really?
I think she said that. I've looked for it on Duolingo. Yeah, that's because it's English.
It's because it's English. They just talk funny.
Oh my God, that's like being like, I want to learn British.
Yeah.
Why isn't British on Duolingo? Speaking of Duolingo, I started Polish.
Did you?
It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Really freaking hard.
I've tried a couple times.
Oh my God. I've only
Yeah.
learned like 3 words and I can't even tell you them right now because they're so hard.
I
The
know.
word for man is like 20 letters long. It's like minchisna or something.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Oh my God. I'm trying to think. I learned man, woman, girl, boy, and apple. I couldn't even tell you. Mizchisna is man, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I remember. Dang it. It's not working. So let's see what else. Then the boys. Okay, this becomes a whole thing. The boys were coming out with
God.
each
Yeah.
with each what's the word I'm looking for? State? Nope.
Dish.
I think I have something going on with my brain. I can't find words. I'm worried I have Alzheimer's and I'm 32. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not dish. It's course.
Course.
Jesus.
I mean, you got it before me.
But you weren't looking for the word though.
I was towards the end.
Okay, anyway, they're coming out with each course and I think it's actually kind of funny. They're having less and less clothes each time.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be clear. They all signed on for this.
Yeah.
And nobody's making anybody do anything because if somebody went to Laura and said, I don't want to do that, she would have been like, okay, the other 2 will.
Yeah.
Like, you can't make anybody do anything.
Yeah, and if they didn't want to do it, just serve the normal dinner.
Right.
It was an additional thing they wanted to do for an extra bit of the tip.
Exactly, which they all agreed on. Like, yeah, this is how you get extra tip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just put that out there. Then I have one note that Adair says, I'm seeing inner thigh hair, and I'm like, oh, nope, don't like that.
Yeah, I have always felt that way about Speedos. They're not attractive.
No.
They are, what did I write down?
I think they're only attractive to gay men.
They're a tactical practice suit for competition swimming.
and that.
I came up with that by myself.
They have two purposes. For tactical competition swimming.
Yep.
Is that what you said, tactical? Or did I just make that up?
It's a tactical practice suit for competition swimming.
Okay. And I think the gays like to see it.
Yeah.
Which I understand. Because, yeah. But I don't think women like to see it, I guess is what I'm saying. And I can't tell you why. I think maybe some women like it.
Yeah.
But I don't think all do. It's
No.
weird. Like, I wonder what the psychology behind that is. Because obviously men like to see women in bikinis. But it doesn't flip the same way where I'm like, ooh, yeah, show me a man in a Speedo.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, you want to hear something like just high school trauma for not me.
okay.
So, you know, in like swim meets, they have the blocks that you jump off of.
Mm-hmm.
So there was always people behind you
Mm-hmm.
at meets sitting there with timers.
Right.
And the girls' swim team had to time our meets and sit behind us.
Yeah.
So we're in Speedos.
And then you bend over.
And then you bend down and pull back. Every time I'm like, that's gotta suck.
Yeah, and
I could never make eye contact. I didn't want to know who was behind me.
Nope.
I didn't, and no one ever brought it up, so I was happy about that. But
they don't even really use those anymore in swimming. Like if you watch the Olympics, they're wearing the ones that like bike shorts.
Yeah, we did too at the later meets, but in just like regular season meets, we would wear Speedos.
What's the difference?
Speedos give you more drag, so they're better for practice. And then the more skin you have covered, the less drag you have.
Got it. So yeah, if you're like, okay, so you want to wear a Speedo in practice, and then when you're competing, you wear the other ones.
Yep.
Got it. Didn't know that.
It's kind of backwards, you know.
You'd think, but because I'm thinking of like track, which I guess is different. You're not in the water, but they wear like kind of women wear like basically like Speedo type things when they run. I couldn't imagine that. Oh my God.
That would suck.
My legs would be chafing so bad. I don't get it. For dessert, they have rum and coconut cake with caramelized pineapple. Again, great. Wouldn't like it myself.
Yeah.
I don't like coconut.
No.
Everybody knows that. But it's probably
not a fan.
Not a fan. How's the moon treating you?
not a fan.
But it's probably like local.
Yeah.
So now we get to the point where Wihan starts complaining about the hot pants. And this comes out of nowhere. After we saw him, we have proof of him in the room with Harry saying, what exactly does he say? Like, this is going to get us a good tip or something along those lines?
Okay, I have what Harry says about it.
Okay.
He put on the silver hot pants, looked in the mirror and said, I look good, and then served the food. He's not mad about the pants. There's something else going on. Yes.
Okay, great. You wrote that down. Yes. And you know what my theory is? Drama.
Yeah.
Screen time. What are you talking about? I don't even buy in the whole, like, to get back at Lara. Maybe because he's mad at her for calling him out. I think it's just you being a little brat that wants to be on the screen.
Yeah.
What the heck? And then he drops it as soon as he says it. It's like, here, 1 minute, gone the next.
Yeah.
Don't waste my time.
It's like a little kid that really wants apple juice, and then you turn on the TV, and they have never heard of apple juice.
That's exactly it. Yeah. Good job. Great comparison.
Thank you.
Because I said now he's back to the love letter.
Yeah, straight back to it.
Straight back to the love letter. He gives it to, he slides under the door. Marina finds it. I said, oh my God, it's in Adair's hands. It is kind of funny the way they do it though, because she's in her bed reading it, and then there's Wihan reading it.
I'm like, you know, he was like proud to like stand there in front of a camera and read his stupid little letter.
That's why it's like so staged for me, because if you really cared about that, you'd be a little embarrassed, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
Like not like fully. Like you shouldn't, obviously if you're going to do it, you want to do it. You shouldn't be fully embarrassed about it, but you should be like, "Oh, this is something that I maybe like want to keep to us." Oh no, he wants to tell the world. He wants to make sure everyone knows what he wrote.
Well, yeah, and I mean if you really break it down, like all the scenes they have of him writing it and dictating what he's writing, and blah, and not working while he's doing that. Yeah.
Wasting Harry's time.
Yeah, Harry's got shit
I think
to do.
Harry's getting a little fed up too.
He is. I don't think they're going to end the season as friends.
I think Harry's getting to the point, like, maybe that you would, where you're, like, a nice guy, but you're like, this is a little bit too much.
Like,
I don't want to keep talking about Adair in this love letter.
Like, dude, I'm too involved and you're not even dating.
Right. He's seeing how kind of, like, crazy it is. So she says it's sweet. Oh, my God. This is where we get to the point where I'm like, what? She's like, I said, no, Adair, don't do it. She, like, basically comes out and, like, gives him a hug and says it's sweet.
Yeah. You could have just... anything but that.
Well, okay. Maybe we're jumping to conclusions because I think that's the last we see of it. Maybe she was just trying to be nice. And then that was her theory of, like, oh, that's sweet, thank you. But no. Because we didn't really get her final...
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think she said we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm nervous for the night out. That'll be next week, probably.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
On a lighter note, Johnny is smitten.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I wrote that, but he is. Obviously, something had to have happened.
Yeah, they show them, like, saying goodnight to each other.
Oh, cute. See, I wrote it for a reason. So, now we get where I think Laura then tells Harry about how Bree's, like, thinking he's going too slow. And poor Harry's like, last season I went too fast with Margot. This season I'm going too slow. What do I do?
I really don't think he should take anything from the whole Margot thing, because that was just there were so many variables.
And I don't think she ever really wanted to date him.
No.
You can't really compare Margot and Bree because Bree seems to be, like, all in and Margot was absolutely not.
No.
So, oh my God, remember that drama with Margot?
That was crazy.
Oh my God. Where he was, like, going to go into her room and then production had to stop it.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest time that we've seen where production got involved.
I don't even remember who that was now. I'm going to Google it. I don't remember what he looks like. Wasn't he the bosun?
Yeah.
Okay, was it Below Deck, Down Under, Season 2? Is this Season 3? I always say
this is 3.
Okay. Season 2 cast. Luke.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh my God, he's so creepy.
Yeah.
He's definitely, like, one of those guys that if I'd see him in the bar, I'd be, like, staying away from him.
Yeah, you're, like, covering your drink.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so long ago.
Yeah, it was.
So we're basically... Oh, no, I was going to say we're basically at the end. We're not. So this is another part where Lara and Zarina are kind of saying, like, Wihan's just winging it. They'll say it again later on, but, like, we give it, like, 3 different times throughout this episode. They're like, yeah, what is he actually doing?
Yeah.
So then we're at the cheese plate part.
Oh
my God. I, like, physically recoiled.
I thought he was going to kill her.
I thought he was joking at first.
Yeah.
So he goes in there. He tells Alicia, hey, like, something about Adair. Like, oh, she liked the letter or something like that. And she's like, oh, does she know, like, you've been with every other girl on this boat? And she's just being, like, kind of casual funny about it. She's not really trying to make him mad or insult him.
It was pretty funny, though.
It was funny, though.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I don't think she meant too much by it.
No.
Yeah.
And she's not wrong.
No.
Like, are you going to be like, oh, no, you actually did that?
Yeah.
Like,
she's not incorrect.
You can't get mad when it's actually true.
Yeah.
And then he's like, make me a cheese plate. And she's like, no.
Yeah.
That's essentially the story.
I know. I was sitting there. I'm like, and he's like all pissed about it. I'm like, that would, the exact equivalent would be that Wihan is busy outside scrubbing the deck or pretending to or doing whatever he does. And then she came walking out and said, I want to ride the jet ski.
Yes, exactly.
That is the exact same thing.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, get the jet ski out for me.
Yeah. It's like she was in the middle of cooking something. It's not like she was just sitting there.
Oh, I was like, the audacity on this man.
Yeah.
Like, I think he was upset about, obviously, her making the joke. but then got mad about this thing, and you have oh my gosh. I can only imagine. I would be so mad if I was her watching that back. Because he says, he's like, oh, hell no, baby girl. That's not how it works. And I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah, one, never say that again.
I was going to be like, call me baby girl to my fucking face. I dare you. Catch these baby girl hands. These baby hands.
You're a lot prettier when you smile.
Oh, God. Yes, that's the equivalent. Yeah. Like, oh, why are you so sad? Smile, baby. Oh, smile this. Meet Smile. This is Smile and this is baby girl. So that's basically the end of that. Nothing really comes of it.
No. She wins that one.
Because she doesn't even realize, like, he's saying those things. It's in his interview that he's saying those. Yeah. So I'm, like, wondering, well, we don't know what happens the rest of the season. Like, they could get into it but imagine being her watching that back.
Yeah, and being like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like,
you think I'm going to make you a cheese plate? First of all, what the fuck are you? A cheese plate? Do you think Adair is going to be like, oh, yes, thank you, my cheese plate? What?
It makes no sense. Because, like, if you really break it down, when is he going to give her a fucking cheese plate?
When is she going to eat a cheese plate?
When is she going to eat it? It's like the middle of the day.
And also, nobody's eating an entire cheese plate.
No, and if you leave it anywhere, either the guests are going to think it's for them, or the crew is going to be like, oh, cheese.
It just is so random.
Yeah.
It would be one thing if it was like chocolate-covered strawberries.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, like a little cupcake or something. Yeah. But a cheese plate?
Yeah.
Could you make me a charcuterie board?
Yeah, and he says like cheese balls. I'm like, what? It's like she comes back with the guests behind her, like, here's a cheese plate for you. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't even know how to react if somebody got me a cheese plate as a gift. Again, it's like you're bringing it to a party. That's one thing. But if they're like, here, Morgan, this is your gift and only yours.
Please eat it.
Do you love it?
Do you love it?
Oh, we didn't say that. Last week we were right about the SpongeBob. Butt cramps.
Yeah.
Just stand up.
Yeah.
We said it. We're like, what's it from? It's actually from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
The episode where SpongeBob's a lifeguard. And I think somebody commented that, and that's how I remember.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh yeah, it's when they're eating, Patrick's eating the ice cream out in the middle of the lagoon and gets a butt cramp and then he's drowning. Patrick, just stand up.
Just stand up.
Anyways, we're almost there. The island is gorged. They're on the island now. Okay, they're going on this bike ride. A lot of the logistics of this is confusing. But it seems like Lara goes on the bike ride. Mm-hmm. Does Adair go on the bike ride?
I think.
Okay, I think it's Lara and Adair go on the bike ride.
And then Bree and Johnny are on the truck.
And Zarina. Are waiting for lunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So their radios stop working because of how far they're going. Lara doesn't realize how long the bike ride to the tortoise park is going to be. But I think the point is that was Wihan's job.
Yep.
To figure out the logistics of all of that. Mm-hmm. But we have to say they have 200-year-old tortoises and they met David, the tortoise.
Friggin' David, dude.
Dave, I have all of his info here.
Hit me with it.
He's an Aldabra tortoise. 114 years old, enjoys pets from younger women, loves green vegetables. Kale, though, gives him gas. Same David. Kale gives everybody gas.
Didn't even know tortoises could fart.
Maybe they don't. Everything has to fart.
Yeah, everything farts.
In a way. Anyways, that's David's info. So they make it to
Welcome back to the science corner with Lane and Morgan. Everything farts.
That would be
moving on.
A bad show. We don't know anything about science. That would be such a bad show.
We're pretty sure everything farts.
Yeah. Ooh, I would not know anything about that. So yeah, the radios aren't working. Then basically we end where they had put the lunch out and there's like, we see the flies on it and I'm like, oh no, like that, it's going to go bad.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Yep.
I can't. Yeah. Yeah. I think they had thought they timed it right. That's why they did it. But I was like, why would you do that?
I mean, they timed it right. They did everything right.
Right.
According to a bad schedule by Wihan, who's trying to make cheese balls for a dare.
So Zarina's pissed, and
Yeah.
I want to see her take it out on Wihan next week.
Yeah.
So that's
Hit him
basically
with a jet ski.
hit him with I just said yeah without like fully processing what you said. Hit him with the jet ski. So yeah, that's basically it. Do you have anything else for the episode? I just have the coming up on.
Yeah, I think just the coming up on.
So Zarina and Lara are basically yelling at Wihan. He's been not going to take that well.
No, not at all.
Oh, speaking of, we said this earlier and I forgot. We'd see Harry turning on Wihan.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But we actually are going to see it.
Yeah.
Great. Go Harry. And then Harry asks Lara's blessing to use the guest room. And I'm like, that's the sweetest thing. The fact that he asked Lara. Oh, my God.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Harry,
Harry.
Don't break our hearts, Harry.
Harry can't break our hearts. We already know him, you know? We already seen him a season.
It's true.
Yeah, now we're fully focused on Bree and Harry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on Team Lara and Zarina, too.
We didn't really talk about their text messages, did we?
What text message?
Between Harry and Bree?
It's like 2.
Yeah. It's more than 1.
Did you write them down?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
well,
thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Show our shortcomings. All right. What do you got for a secret word?
I mean, I think we got to go with cheese balls.
Oh, I was going to say toasties.
Toasties.
But cheese balls is good.
Toasties or cheese balls?
Okay, you could either say soup and toasties or cheese balls.
Or both.
Or bowls.
You
could say cheese ... balls. All right, guys. That's all we got for you today. We'll see how it goes. I'm actually excited for the episode next week because we're going to see Harry turn on Wihan. We're going to see everybody turn on Wihan, and I'm going to like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to like it.
Maybe he'll quit.
We'll see. I mean, he's only going to keep getting away with this stuff so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not doing his job to the full, to his full ability or to the full capability or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Rock on.
Rock on, brother. Bye.